If your bathroom sink is leaking at the drain filler tube and you see it dripping at this nut underneath the sink, in this video, I'm going to show you the exact procedure how to fix this. Because if you don't know the tricks to this, it could take you like 50 times. This tube can be so frustrating. So let's go through some of these tips and techniques on how you can get it to seal the first time so you don't have any water. First, you'll need some plumber's putty. Any plumber's putty will do. Then roll it up into a snake and coil it into a ring. Place this ring onto the top flange, then form it into a triangular shape like this. This will fit the contour of the sink. This upper flange will screw on to the filler tube. So now take the filler tube from the bottom and bring it to the top of the sink. Then take this top flange and go ahead and screw it on to the filler tube. Most people's biggest mistake is to tighten it too tight too fast. Slowly pull on the bottom of the filler tube until you see the plumber's putty start to squeeze out. The biggest reason this part leaks is people tighten this too much. You want plumber's putty between the upper metal flange and the porcelain. If this metal flange touches the porcelain, it leaks. In other words, if you tighten it up too much, it leaks. The plumber's putty should squeeze out nice and clean. Then you can take a knife and cut it off. It's a delicate balance. You want the metal flange to be close to the porcelain, but you still want plumber's putty between the flange and the porcelain. You can see this looks pretty good. The plumber's putty is nice and smooth and it's close to the porcelain, but it still has plumber's putty in the gap. All these P-trap fittings can be tightened hand tight. Just give it a good snug with your hand. If you use a wrench, think of it like hand tight. Plumbing is more finesse, not strength. So now that you have everything all tightened up, you'll need to put the drain stopper assembly in. When you pull this knob up and down, the drain will open and close. This plastic ball allows everything to move and still seal. This rod is what pushes the stopper up and down. So when you put the stopper in, make sure that you can catch it with the rod. Now when you put the rod in, you'll catch the stopper. This rod will thread into the bottom of the stopper. Just tighten this ball hand tight. You move the rod up and down, it'll open and close the drain. This rod is connected to the rod at the top of the faucet. So now that you have everything all together, go ahead and pour some water into the sink basin. Then feel underneath the sink for any water. Check your drain stopper assembly, then drain the water and check again. Here you could use some dry toilet paper to make sure everything is completely dry. Then test everything again. Then dump your stopper and just keep checking for leaks. I usually put a piece of toilet paper at the bottom. That way if one drop falls, you can see it. And keep feeling around for any water anywhere. So next time you're fighting with this drain filler tube and it won't stop leaking, now you have a few techniques that you can try to make it stop leaking. Well, I hope you found the video useful. And if you did, please give the video a thumbs up. I'd appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.